Good evening. Welcome to this evening's live stream. Let me know in the comments if you can hear me loud and clear. I'm hoping you can. I'm going to stick in the caveat straight away. My machine has blue screened twice already in the last half an hour, so I'm hoping that doesn't happen to me during this stream. But let's hope this brings it all luck. Hopefully you guys don't crash my machine again. So let's jump into the comments. I'm expecting it to be a bit busy this evening because we have a giveaway, so there'll be a lot more people than usual. But yeah, let's jump straight in. So good evening from Austria. Let's bring these up. This is not working how I wanted it to. Yeah, good evening, Mark. How you doing? Good evening, Burhan. Sorry, my pronunciations of your names, I might butcher them a little bit, so I apologize. Waza, good evening. Paul, TJ, late because of my Wi-Fi. Nope, I'm actually just I was literally sitting here seeing the comments come through and bracing myself for this evening, what it's going to hold. Excuse me. Hey, James from Las Vegas. Hello, Minhal. How you doing? Small Paisley boy. Good. Glad you can hear. Loud and clear. Good. Hi, CR. How's it going? So we have quite a bit to cover this evening. It's been a little while since I've done my live stream. So if you're new here, welcome. I do try and stream quite regularly, generally on a Sunday evening in the UK time. I've had a couple of life changes recently. My wife recently gave birth to a baby boy. So you can imagine the newborn schedule is a bit up and down at the moment. So hopefully in the coming weeks, we'll find a bit more stability and I'll be able to stream a little bit more regularly. But I wanted to do this live stream last week and do the giveaway last week, but I've not been able to. But that, make sure I'm pointing to the right thing, that right there in the right hand side, or I'm assuming it's your left hand side for you, that is the dream router we're going to be giving away. And let me just quickly show you. That is a brand new perfectly sealed unit that we're going to be giving away. So good luck to all of you that are going to be entering. I'm going to put in another caveat as well that this is the first time I'm using this piece of software and I hope it works. I've seen Cody use it a few times, so if any of you joined his stream on Mac Telecom Networks, I've seen him use it a few times, so I'm hoping it's going to go fairly simple and stream easy for me. So it's about 8:35 at the moment in the evening, and we'll give it till about maybe a little bit closer to 9 o'clock is probably when we'll look to do the giveaway. What are we going to be covering in today's stream? Well, we'll probably talk about some of the videos that have been released, some of the products that I do have some of the products at the side just here next to me. So hopefully we'll take a little bit of a closer look at them and see how they are, what they look like. And obviously if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat at any point. And thank you all for the congratulations. Thank you. I'm just trying to see. I don't know if I am on a lower latency stream. I think I'm on a normal latency stream, which is not good for me. So that means you guys are about 30 seconds behind me in terms of live. Normally I stream on the low latency, which is normally a few seconds. But no, well, we've already started the stream. I can't change it now. So it's probably what we're going to be living with. So if I do take a little bit longer to respond to your messages or I see your comments come through a little bit later, I'll understand why, because you're probably 30 seconds behind me actually saying what you're hearing. So where should we start? So I've got a few more comments. Yeah, thank you for the congratulations. TJ, if you want to come back at 9, I'll make sure you are eliminated from the competition. So yeah, feel free to come back then. But yeah, I will say also this is on YouTube. I am streaming on a couple of platforms, but the actual giveaway will be done on the YouTube platform, so you'll probably have to join me there. Let's jump in. So my keyboard is on the side of me. I normally have it on my desk in front of me, but I've moved it to the side for the time being. And I'm going to start by... if I can actually spell my own YouTube channel name. So I'll start with some of the videos that we have released recently. So hopefully you can see the screen. Maybe I can zoom in a little bit further because this is a 4K screen. I'm hoping you can see that. Let's have a little look. So let's have a quick look. So I'm just getting sidetracked by the comments here. Let me bring my picture up so you can see me and not just look at a screen. So hey Ben, welcome to the stream. We are giving away a Dream Router 7 today, which is sat just there behind me. So we're going to be giving that a little bit. We're going to be giving that away a little bit close to 9 o'clock. So in about 20 minutes time. But for now, I'm going to go through some of the stuff that I regularly do on the channel. Have a little look at some of the videos that have been released recently. It's been a while since I've done a stream, so there is quite a few number of products that have been released since then. So we can talk about some of them and have a look at them maybe in a little bit more detail. So I think the last stream I did was, if I go back, it's my shorts. If I go to live, it was about 3 weeks ago. So I think it was probably actually pushing on 4 weeks. I think it was the 9th of Feb. It was exactly 4 weeks ago. So we had streams since we've done then. And if we go to our videos, oh, this is annoying. Okay, there we go. So I think since then, about 3 weeks ago, so we've had the new Superlink come out. That was a new product that's hit the market, which I think is a very interesting move from Ubiquiti, and the alarm system that's going to be, or the alarm items that are going to be coming later on this year, like the sensors and the, I'm trying to think what else there is now. But yeah, there's a whole host of detectors, motion sensors, and all the rest of them that are going to be coming later on this year. We haven't managed to get our hands on any yet. We don't know what's coming when. So as soon as we do and we're allowed to say anything, then we'll be bringing you the videos so you know exactly what it is. I then finally got round to reviewing the Flex Switch 2.5G, which is actually my favorite switch at the moment. I do love this switch. It's on my desk, or was on my desk at the moment on here. It's just gone under my desk for now. So it allows me to test anything that I need to at 2.5 gig. And then that goes straight to the back of my, back to my rack, which is in the other room. And that has a 210 watt AC adapter in there as well. So I get the full PoE++ out of it. Perfect for when you're doing all this testing of all these products. I've got a couple of other videos here, non-Ubiquiti related, but I reviewed the Aqara switch, which was a, which surprisingly was quite nice. I do like those switches. They integrate really nicely into Home Assistant. And then at the same time, I actually had some smart blinds as well. So yeah, those were really good as well. So if you're interested in that sort of stuff, I do the odd other video here and there on some other items. You might see them. Some of these products are a little bit hard to pass up, so I generally say yes, I'll review the product for you. Then we had the big three release in one day. So we had the Cloud Gateway Fiber, the Unify Express, and the Dream Router. And then last week we had or 6 days ago, this week I should say, we had the U7 in-wall and the U7 Lite. So those are the ones that have been released up until now. I apologize if I keep drinking water. I have been fasting today, so I am a little bit short on the water supply at the moment. But those are some of the items that we've seen this week. So we'll jump quickly back to the comments. I think you need the Wi-Fi yourself. Is the stream looking that bad? Is it that jumpy that I need some more Wi-Fi? But I am actually hardwired in with my machine, so I'm hoping the 2.5 gig back to my Switch is good enough for this. So Ben's asking, TJ, you got any switches for sale? So I guess if those of you that don't know, TJ's part of the UK Ubiquiti for sale group. He's normally the wheeler and dealer in that group. So if you are after anything, I'm finally giving TJ his shout out. So go ahead and hit him up if you are after any new or secondhand gear. He has some really good prices. So go and check out that Facebook group if you are after some equipment that you can't necessarily get your hands on. So there you go. He's already started. He's selling now in my comments. So he's got a U7 for sale maybe. Burhan, what are your thoughts on the Unify NAS system? So actually, it's funny you mentioned that. I literally turned off my NAS system today because I'm doing a bit of rewiring. Excuse me. because I'm doing a bit of rewiring at the moment in that area. But I'm happy with the UNAS. A lot of people might not have been because they wanted to be able to run other systems on there. But the fact that the processor is a bit limited and it is literally there for a file system share. If you look at it from a business perspective, where you want to be able to have your files in one location, easily share them, and lock them down quite easily with the permissions and signing into the network, I think that it's a really good device for that. No 6 gigahertz is a deal breaker for some. I'm assuming you're talking about the U7 and the U7 in wall and the U7 Lite. Yes, it is for some people, definitely. But the price point, I would be very surprised if they got 6 gigahertz in there for $99. It probably would have pushed them up probably closer towards the Pro range. Probably would have been $150 maybe. So that's definitely something I think they would have done, and they would have done things like the heat consideration and the fan and all the rest of it. So there's a lot of things that they may not have done that you wanted them to do, and there's probably some reasons behind it. Let's see. So Ben said Unified World Tour. He got a U7 Pro from the Unified World Tour in London. So just speaking on that, there is the Unified World Conference coming up in London. So if anybody is in the UK and are going to be heading to the Unified World Conference, let me just bring my screen back up. So Unified World Conference, there's a bunch of these going. So there's Mexico City, Sao Paulo, London, and Berlin. I am definitely going to the London one. I may appear in the Berlin one. I haven't decided yet whether I'm going to that one. But if you are interested, go ahead, get signed up. From what I heard, I didn't go last year, but from what I've heard, it's a really good day. And there's a lot of information that you find out around what's happening with Ubiquiti and I think what's coming as well. And also, if you have a look down the bottom, it's a free event. There's limited available and lunch is provided. So you also get lunch too. And you get to hear from the CEO himself. So, yeah, probably an interesting one if you want to ask a lot more questions about the products. Good evening, Vasil. Welcome. Hey, Abs. Welcome to this evening's stream. Are you going to be in it to win it this evening? TJ says, got a UNAS myself. Time Machine works really well. Just a shame you can't do dedicated storage for it. But you set limits on the main storage. So yeah, I mean, it has its ups and downs. It's like any system really. You got to see what your pros are and what your cons are, and whether it works out for you. So along with this week, we had some other items that made their way onto the internet. So I will bring this just across just here. So there was loads of threads on this, and I think there's loads of articles out there around this. If I bring this here, if I share out my computer screen again. So this was around the MWC 25, which was in Barcelona. And there was definitely loads of stuff going on here. There was a big Ubiquiti stall. And I'm sure that this item down here is new. So the black G5 PTZ. I might be wrong. It might have appeared a little while ago, but that is definitely one that's just recently appeared, I think, down here. So that was something that we've seen. You can now see the full white and black range across both of them. Whether you can get your hands on them, though, that's probably another matter in itself. On the left-hand side here, we've seen the new Dream Router 5G. So that's definitely something. I don't know if I can make that bigger. Yeah, there we go. It's probably a bit better. So that's the Dream Router 5G. I don't know anything more than that than what's been written in the article at this point, and the 5G link. So these are two new devices that we've seen there. I think this is the E7 audience as well. So you managed to get E7 audience, and this one's the E7 campus. So these are two part of the new E7 range that's just come out. And I don't think there was anything else. Well, actually, there is one thing. Sorry to tell the lie. So we had some cameras, and these are all the standard lineups. This is the E7 itself. So the E7 access point, and these are the old U7 Lite U7 Pro Max, no, Pro and U7 Pro Max. So that's those. And these two right here are two new products that have been also seen at this as well. So we have the U7 XG or U7 Pro XG and U7 Pro XGS, I think they are. And those two are right there. And there's a whole bunch of comments down there. I'm sure there's more information of what people have said. And the other article I saw was this one. So this is one I was looking at, yeah. So the U7 Pro XG, there we go, and the Dream Router 5G. So here's a little bit closer of that device. There looks like to be an SFP port, and I'm guessing 4 2.5 gigabit ports. That's the 5G link. I'm assuming that might be the new 5G backup solution. I don't know what it's going to be. And there's a little Instagram video if you want to take a look at that. There's another closer look at those new access points. I have to say, personally, I do like those new access points. They look a lot nicer. So definitely looking forward to seeing those. And there's the U7 Lite, the U7 in-wall, sorry. And there's another couple of photos of the 5G, Dream Router 5G and the 5G link. So yeah, so definitely some sort of things that you're going to see coming in the future. And this is the kind of stuff you would probably hope to see in or hear about in the Unify World Conference. It's going to be stuff that could be coming in the future. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely worth going if you're interested in that sort of stuff. Let's see, where did we get to? Let's see. So there's a second revision of the U7 Pro out. Don't know too much about this, so I couldn't really comment on it. I think I've seen some things on Reddit about it, but I've not really read too much into it, and I haven't heard anything officially from Ubiquiti. But yeah, it could be something. Could be something that could be there. Abs, thank you so much for your donation. If anybody wants to, feel free to help out the channel. There's a donation button, super thanks button, I think it's called. Feel free to use them. And if you haven't, and if you look to buy Ubiquiti products, I do have an affiliate link for them. So feel free to help out the channel and use those as well. I want to win. Yeah, I think we all want to win. I think that's why everyone's here, because they want to win. But so let's have a look. So TJ says, thinks it's more of a U7 in-wall is the problem for 6 gigahertz. People are waiting for the U7 with ports. Yeah, we will come on to those in just a few moments. I'm seeing time is already flying at the moment. We're already at 10 to 9. So 5G router and the 5G PTZ in black. Yeah, they do look nice. The Dream Router 5G does look really nice. It's a bit of a shape difference between the Dream Router, but yeah. Hey Omid, how you doing? You haven't missed a lot of streams. I just haven't been streaming. I did say I have been away for a little while, but yeah, I'm hoping to find a bit more consistency over the coming weeks. Excuse me. I agree with you, TJ. The new flat design, definitely. I do like it. It does look really good. I want to deploy an Express 7 to my home and another Express at my parents'. Is there a way I have to have an always-on VPN connection? You can use Unify Site Magic to set that up. You can, if you have them within, I don't know how much I can show you on mine, because I currently have a version running that are not that you're not able to see. So let me just quickly do it on this side and see what I can do. Yeah, so there's the Site Magic SD-WAN, and yeah, you can use a hub and spoke. You can use a single failover. Yeah, I mean, I can bring this across. I won't go back, but you can see there's the SD-WAN. That's this little button here. You can create the two sites together and select the number of spokes. You can choose which one's the hub and which one's the spoke. If you have multiple, but if there's only a single, you can go and set that up. There isn't just hub and spoke as well. There's another option as well. Of mesh, so you can go ahead and mesh. Actually, you know what? I just realized. Where are we? What are you guys seeing at the moment? I just realized I don't know what you're seeing, and you're seeing me, so there's no point even me saying that. That's not going to work, is it? Right, give me 1 second. Let's get this back right again. So Let me show you my computer screen. That might help this time. So you can create a hub and spoke. So SD-WAN, SiteMagic SD-WAN, which is right here. You can choose a hub and spoke method, or you can do a mesh and connect multiple sites together. So this is obviously geared for larger deployments, but there's no reason why you can't do a site-to-site VPN using SiteMagic, and it's a click of a button. So it's really easy to do, rather than messing around with static IPs and doing a VPN within the unified network itself. That just makes it a little bit easier. Over 2024, regardless of functionality, which of the launched products has been your favorite? Ooh, that's a good question, actually. I'll come back to you on that one. Let me have a think. I have to look at what's around me at the moment. I definitely like the 2.5 Flex. I think that is definitely going to be one of my favorites so far. I'm trying to think what else. I need to almost look back at my channel because there's so much that they have released. The AI port was another one, whereas a lot of people didn't like it, but the fact that I could bring my OMVIF cameras in and have the motion detection, I think that was a big plus. So that was another one of my favorite products. So those two are probably at the top of the list. Going through my list, I think, yeah, I think those are my two favorites at the moment. And I think if I had to pick a third one, I think the Cloud Gateway Fiber. I think that's going to be a really big seller and a really good entry point for a lot of people into the unified ecosystem. Let's have a look. Question I've always had: assuming aesthetics are not concerned, what are some potential advantages of using a wall-mounted AP instead of a ceiling-mounted in a home? It really depends what you're looking for. If you go ahead and mount, you have to look at directional patterns of the AP itself. So let me grab one. Let me grab one, for example. So I have the U7 Lite here, which is probably something you might be looking at. And I think this is where this camera angle comes in quite useful. So this is the access point you see, right? So if you had it mounted on a wall, you would have it like this, and your directional pattern is almost going outwards. So if I hold it like this, your directional pattern is going there, 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 and it's like almost going around in what it is. And there's a whole web page on Ubiquity's website. If you want it, I'll put it in the link. That actually has all the directional patterns for the APs themselves. Now, if you had yourself back against a brick wall and you were going out into the house, that's probably an advantage that you would want to do there rather than going up. If you have more of a longer or a narrow house, that could be an advantage for you going out that way, over that way. In terms of anything else, it's down to preference and where you want it to be placed and where your cables are run. So that's definitely one thing that you'd want to keep in mind, where your cables are run and where it's going to be sat and how much it's going to be covering. If you're just covering one long room, for example, I'm using the U7 Lite as an example, it could be any of the APs or even the U7 in wall, then something like this against the wall might be right for you. It just depends on how much coverage you are looking for. If you're, again, bad example because it's the U7 Lite, but if you're going into the garden, you might want to put it up against the wall and then the signal gets thrown out wherever into that direction. So hopefully that kind of answers your question a little bit. Let's have a look. Are they going to release something like the U6 Mesh or the omnidirectional? I think like most of the YouTubers, we can't really say until Ubiquity have what's coming. I can say I don't have any product like that at this point. So whether it comes or not, I'm not sure. But as it stands, I almost want to say it probably might be something that will come in the future. Ubiquity have been very aggressive with releasing their Wi-Fi 7 APs. And hopefully that will be something that might come in the future. It might be a couple of months, it might be 6 months, it might be 12 months, but maybe Wi-Fi 8 might be out by then. But I don't know for sure whether they're definitely going to release something like that. If it wasn't a popular lineup, then they might not release it, but it depends. But I can say I don't have anything like that in hand at the moment, so I can't say it'll be coming soon. Petter, I think that's how it's pronounced. good evening from Norway. Hey, how's it going? El Suntan, I think. Yeah, I'm sorry if I don't pronounce your names correctly. I'm not very good with names, but this answers the same question I have. I have a home dream machine dealing with Express. Okay, hopefully that's answered whatever question you had. Omid, page sounds useful. Let me see if I can grab that now. Otherwise, I'll end up forgetting. So unify radiation patterns. Let me see if I can find it. So here we go. Copy this. And if I show you, where are we at the moment? So this is all the radiation patterns on here. So it shows you where the colored dots are. It might not be the most clearest because I'm not zoomed in, but you can see where the dots are on these pages and what the how the radiation pattern works basically. And at the top we have each of the frequencies: 2.4, 5 low, 5 mid, 5 high. So I'll pop that into the chat. So if I can find, I have about 6 million tabs open, so I apologize while I look for it. Yeah, I think that's what you're looking for. Yeah, I mean, that's the link, so feel free to check it out. I put mine in the loft facing all the rooms, no walls in the way then. Yeah, fair enough. That might work for some people. And I think that is us caught up on the questions for the time being. And we're getting close to 9 o'clock. So let's see what we can do. So if we go to settings, I'm going to basically, the way this works, again, I don't know if this works. I haven't tried it yet. This is the first time I'm doing it. I've seen Cody do it a few times, so I'm hoping this is going to work for me. I'm going to create a keyword into the chat. And then you just type it into the chat, and then this thing picks out a random winner, basically. But I need to refresh this. Okay, so I'll give people another 30 seconds to join if anybody wants to join or join from multiple computers. Yeah, James, that definitely helps. Do hit the like button, please, as it helps my stream. And how many of us are there on here? Let's have a quick look. Let's see what the odds are. So we have 36 people. It's not bad. It's not bad. So 36 people. So you have a 1 in 36 chance. Unless you have multiple computers running with multiple accounts, then you have maybe a little bit more of an opportunity. So what I will say is there's a chance that multiple people might message me saying, I'm this person. So what I would ask you to do is while you're on the stream, just drop me a message via Instagram or X or to my email. And in the chat here, just put me the first 3 letters of your handle, just so I can verify that it's you. You don't need to put your whole handle in. I don't want to obviously start getting people trying to attack your account. But yeah, just send that across to me and we'll get that sorted. So where are we? So 2101. Okay, let's go. So I think. Yeah, so I'm going to say if you can type in the word UDR7, so that's all lowercase, into the chat. I'll give you a minute while you do that. And again, if you are on other platforms, this is for on the YouTube platform at this point. So there we go. We're starting to see them come through now. Where's my chat window? There we go. So I'm going to bring this across here. I'm going to go across to my computer screen. And I think the stuff that I get my chat on has frozen. So I'm going to... So from the Dream Router 7. Right. I'm hoping, so I'll bring this across as well. I'm hoping this has There's 32 entries on here. So I'll give you a couple more moments. There's 45 people on here. So I'll give you a few more moments. Type in the word UDR7 into the chat. It'll only work once. So you can only type it in once, and hopefully your name is on here. I will scroll through this shortly. I apologize if it's not working as you anticipated, but I don't have any other way to do this live stream. Oh, there's adverts. Okay, so I will give it another minute just in case there are any other adverts or anything that gets popped up for people. But yeah, there we go. It's catching up now. So hopefully we have 33 entries in here. It only works once. Doesn't matter how many times you type it in. There is actually a setting in here to say remove duplicate entries. So if you do type it in multiple times, doesn't mean you get entered multiple times. So I can see you guys typing in multiple times, but yeah, it's not going to work. It's only going to work once. So we're at 33 entries. I will give it. Yeah, that is correct. Someone's about to win a UDR7. I am doing a giveaway on this. I'm hoping for the sake of shipping costs that it's in the UK, but I am doing it worldwide. So if you are globally, then I will try my best to ship it to you. We have 33 entries at this point. 34. I'll give it one more minute. I'll give it to 2105. Probably 2106 by the time you, by the time everyone reads this. I wish I could do this every week, but yeah, unfortunately I couldn't. Especially for the people that join regularly, I would love to be able to give away lots of hardware. So Antok, I think you are already entered. I can see your name at the top here. So UI Glenn, is it you? I'm not UI Glenn, I can assure you. Yeah, Paul in Hull, that makes life easier for me. So I'm just going to scroll down this list slowly. Hopefully you see your name on there. And yeah, I'll say it again. The UDR7 only works once. If you type it in multiple times, it doesn't work. So yeah, only type it in once. And if you do type it in multiple times, it eliminates it anyway. It only picks up once. Right. So there's 36 of you. Let's go and choose a winner. I don't think I want to press this button. Do I want to press it? I do have multiple YouTube accounts, but I'm playing well. So thanks, Mark. You're playing by the rules. I'm sure you're probably one of the few that probably is. I have no doubt. But let's go. So let's choose a winner. Here we go. So OBS MXDE. So congratulations to you. I believe you are the winner. If you can send me a message from X or Instagram, or if you want to email, excuse me, my email is on my YouTube channel. So just go to the About section. You can drop me a message just there. And yeah, just send me, just type in your first 2 or 3 letters of your handle or wherever you're sending me a message from, just so I can verify that's you. So if you could do that now, that would be great. So that's not the end of the stream, so you don't need to disappear just yet. Apologize if you didn't win, but looks like you must ship to Germany. Great, that's fine. Yeah, no worries. We can sort something out. I do have the European plug with it as well, so that's kind of a bonus for you. It's an EU plug that comes with it. So we'll continue the stream. There is more that I want to talk about with you guys. So we'll have a quick look at some of these products that are here as well. So yeah, we'll definitely stick around as we continue. So OSBMX, let me know when you've sent me a message or whatever you've done. And yeah, thank you guys all for joining. And this won't be my last giveaway. So I might have another one coming soon. Definitely, maybe how many subscribers am I on? I don't know. Let me have a quick look. What am I on? 17,500. So maybe when I hit 20,000, I'll do another giveaway. Not quite sure what that'll be. But yeah, I will. I'll definitely take a look. So you have sent me a message on Instagram. I can tell by your image on your comment that that's you. But can you just give me Yeah, even your handle's the same. Okay, I believe it's you. If anybody else is actually trying to send me a message on his behalf, then shame on you. But can you just verify that it is you? Just send me the first two letters of the word that I've just sent you in the chat. I just want to make sure it is you. I know I've been reading about doing live streams online and giveaways online, and a lot of people about impersonating. So I'm just a little bit conscious that you are the right person. I don't want to be sending it to the wrong person, because I'm sure a lot of people would try that as well. But yeah, I mean, OSBMX, just send me the first two letters of the word that I sent you in response, and yeah, we'll go from there. But let's continue the stream anyway. I don't even know where we got to with the comments, because you guys literally spammed the chat window with the word. So let's have a look. Let's go. Let's go. Where are we? There's too many windows open, so I apologize. I'm just having a look. Oh, there we go. So let's have a look. Separate. The plug should have been a separate giveaway. Yeah, maybe I should have actually. But unfortunately, when Ubiquity send me stuff, they send me stuff from the EU, so I get EU plugs with everything. So it is, and when I order, generally it's easier to get from the EU store than it is the UK store. So yeah, it's just it just comes with an EU plug, and I have multiple adapters. I should really ask them to send me a bunch of UK plugs for all their stuff, really, and that'll make life a little bit easier. So yeah, OSBMX. I don't know if that's supposed to be abbreviated or if your name is pronounced in a certain way, but yeah, congratulations to you. Enjoy the new Wi-Fi, TJ says, and Omid says, good man for double checking it. I support it. Yeah, well, it's better to be safe than sorry, right? Yeah, definitely UK problems, or should I say Brexit problems? I don't know which one to say. But TJ says the first two letters are FU. I'm not sure that would have been appropriate, but maybe if you had won, maybe I could have sent that to you. Maybe, who knows? But so Vassal says price expectations on the 5G routers. At the moment, I have absolutely no idea. If we go to Ubiquity's website, I mean, the only thing that they have, and I'm going to bring up my machine in a second so you can have a look. I mean, this is just me being completely speculative. I mean, their industrial routers are about $130 to $200, and this is probably a really bad way of doing this. And if we look at the cloud gateways, we look at the Dream router, it's $279. I'm probably going to take a stab at somewhere between $350 to $450, maybe. That's just completely speculative. I have no idea what it's going to be. I'm just looking at a few products and seeing what it could be closely. No more like I'm going to be completely wrong and it might come in at $599, but who knows? I at the moment I have no idea. So when we do find out and I'm allowed to say anything, then you'll know for sure. I've been waiting for an RPS on the UK site from before the New Year's. I want a UK plug. I don't know. I feel I might be making this up, but I feel like I read somewhere or someone said something that they place an order in the EU and then they message them to say they've got a UK, like they require a UK plug with it. I don't know if they have that kind of stock there, but they sent a separate plug. I might be completely making this up. I might be wrong, but I remember reading something along those lines and maybe interpreted it completely wrong because I thought, oh, maybe I can ask them for plugs for my stuff. But yeah, that's something that might be worth a try. So I wanted to, I think that's it for the comments. I think that's where we are at the moment. If you have just joined, apologies, you have missed the giveaway. It has already been done. But I mean, feel free to stick around and subscribe and stay and have a chat with us. We have a very interactive bunch this evening, so it makes my job 100,000 times easier. Just asking even the most simplest of questions, just to keep the interaction going. So I thought I would show you a quick look at the U7 in wall if you haven't seen one yet. If I can take it out, if it's not completely stuck, and I don't make a fool of myself on camera. This is me putting it back in wrong once I've reviewed it. So this is the U7 in wall. So this got some mixed reviews. So it doesn't have the 6 gigahertz as a lot of people might have wanted. And the ports on the bottom have been reduced from the U6 in wall. So if we have a quick look at the top down camera just here, you can see that we have the 2.5 gig ports on here. One is PoE, one is non-PoE. I don't know how much you'll be able to see of that, whether you can see the PoE sign on this one. You can see that right there, and they're both 2.5 gig. And on the back, we have the PoE in as well. So let me zoom in. I think it looks a little bit nicer when you can see it a bit closer. So yeah, that's the U7 in wall. I did some tests on it. I did get questioned on one comment, which I haven't responded to yet, saying, why am I testing Wi-Fi 5 on a Wi-Fi 7? That was because why am I testing 5 gigahertz? That's because 5 gigahertz was available on this unit. So yeah, that was one question I had. There's no 6 gigahertz, so I can't test 6 gigahertz on this. But yeah, so that's the U7 in wall. If we have a quick look at it on here. Find it, U7 in wall. So the U7 in wall comes in at $149. I also get a lot of question why I quote dollars, and I think a lot of people generally, most of my audience are generally US, and it's generally fairly similar in terms of pricing for $149. I think it would be around about 129 or 139 pounds maybe. So it's generally similar in terms of pricing. So I tend to just quote dollars because the UK guys generally do the conversions anyway. Oh, I'm even more completely wrong. No, I'm not. I'm there or thereabouts. £142 including VAT. So yeah, $149. So we're there, almost thereabouts with the dollar price. So with most of their products, there are some differences on some of them, but yeah, we're generally there or thereabouts. Let's have a look. Normally when I buy, sorry, I'm just going to the comments, I'm jumping a bit around here. Normally when I buy from the EU store, they add a UK part plug. Yeah, I did see actually a Reddit post the other day, which actually showed the really nice braided UK cable. Now, I don't know if that's something that's just from the UK store, but I did see that. I did see that come in, and I did see an image of it. So I'm actually gonna see if I can find out if I can get some of those UK plugs, because they're really nice. The nice braided cable. We see the EU one and we see the US one, but unfortunately us guys in the UK just get a standard kettle lead is what I generally call it, but an IEC cable. Quick one, my UDR6 iPhone app has an MLO option. Does that mean I'm a hybrid UDR7 as the U7 Lite has the same option? So my UDR iPhone 6 app has an MLO option. Just because the MLO option is there doesn't necessarily mean it's going to run MLO. So I have some other devices that have MLO as well, so that don't have MLO, but the Wi-Fi settings allow me to tick MLO. So just keep that one in mind when you are setting those up. It might not necessarily run MLO. You got to remember, Unify Network is a generic app across all their devices. You would think there is some logic built into them, so hopefully if you try and select an AP that doesn't support MLO, it might pop up. But the best way to find out is to, if you can enable it, go ahead and enable it. And if you can enable it, go ahead and enable it, and then download the Wi-Fi Man app, and that shows you. If I quickly open up the Wi-Fi Man app, I can show you. I don't think I'm going to be able to finish where I want to finish this week. So if I quickly show you this, so let's go to this camera here. So in the Wi-Fi Man app, in the top corner here, it will show you the bandings that you're joined on. And if you have a MLO option, it will actually show you 2 bandings. I think in one of the videos I did some MLO testing, and it shows you the 2 different bands that you're connected to, or the 3 different bands, or whatever, how many other different bands you're connected to. It depends on what your phone supports. So, oh, I have a feeling my machine's about to die. Bear with me 1 second. That doesn't sound right. Okay. Never mind, ignore me. If my machine dies, I will be back as soon as possible. So that's if it dies anyway. I don't know why it keeps blue screening. It's weird. But anyway, let's move on while we can. Yeah, that's my experience as well. They add a UK plug, but unfortunately it doesn't have the locking thing on it. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. So, and Jamal, if it does give you the 2.4 and 5 gigahertz option and the MLO works on it, I mean, by all means, go ahead and use it. It can't do any harm. Any detriment to recessed mounting on wall? So in terms of the mounting, there isn't anything to mount it in wall. There's this which goes on top of the back plate. I'm assuming you're talking about the in wall. So this is where this sits, and if this sits on top, you can see that the plug at the back, or the little bit at the back, just pops through ever so slightly. And I haven't clipped it all the way in yet, so it'll probably just sit in that little bit more. So yeah, there is a bit of a recess on the back of it. So if you are looking to sit it completely flush, you need to make sure you have a bit of a gap on the back just there. I bet these run hot. When I was running mine, it wasn't overly, it's obviously not the coolest AP in the world. There's no fan inside it, but it obviously wasn't the hottest either. It was warm to touch, but when I was doing my testing, I don't think I actually put a thermal testing on this one. I should have actually. It wasn't the hottest AP in the world, but yeah, it is going to run warm considering it's a small device. And yeah, there's no fan built in on it. What's this? It's a shame the Dream Router 5G won't have ports for the external antenna. I have a TP-Link Deco 5G that has 2 external antenna ports. Yeah, who knows? I mean, there might be something that, I mean, they were just the display models. I'm assuming they might, well, I don't know actually. Maybe it's something they might still add. I mean, it depends when they're looking to release it, how far it is into the process. Maybe it's something that they might add. But yeah, I mean, it's a lot of people have asked for that already, but they would have taken into considerations before they went and gone ahead and designed something like this. But there's always, I feel like there's always something that could be just that little bit more, but that might have pushed it a little bit more, changed the design or whatever it might be. So I'm sure there's a lot of considerations that go into this. Amex, so I was disappointed with the UDR7 fan noise. The PPP-oE causes a lot of issues. Fixes caused Wi-Fi performance to be downgraded. Not sure I'll have to pay for a restocking fee. I'm assuming you're going to be returning yours. It's interesting about that. I mean, I haven't used it for a long time. I had it running for a couple of days, but I didn't notice anything like this. But it was also connected to my existing stack, so I swapped out what I had and connected the rest of it to it. So it's yeah, unfortunate. You are having those options, those problems. I hope you've reported them to Ubiquiti, and hopefully it's something that's coming out in a future firmware release. U7, yeah, UX7 is great, but no double WAN. Yeah, there's only a single port, single WAN port and single LAN port on the UX7. So unfortunately, there is no dual WAN capability. Again, one of those things that's where you start moving into the cloud gateway fiber, or the Dream Router, or Cloud Gateway Max. So that's where we would start moving into some of those others. So even though it might not have the feature that you're looking for on the specific device, but there are other devices on there that will definitely do it for you. Maybe not within the price range that you might be looking at, but there will be something else. Let's have a little look here. Hope you folks are having a nice day. Greetings from Minnesota. Hey, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. John says my UDM Pro and USW Pro Max 48 from the UK site came with a UK Brit yet. So was it your post I read on Reddit then that came with a UK Brit? Did you order from the EU or did you order from? Oh, it says right there you ordered from the UK site. It would help if I read it properly. That's cool. Okay, so maybe that's something they're starting to ship out from the UK warehouse now. That you do get the UK braided cables. Oh no, I hurt his machine. Yeah, I think a lot of you hurt. I just saw Chrome crash on me. Maybe it is just Chrome. It's just causing my machine to blue screen. I don't know. I don't have time to troubleshoot blue screen issues. This is why I generally use a Mac. I literally use Windows for TikTok live streams, which is, yeah, unfortunate. Does the new Wi-Fi 7 device support 6 gigahertz or MLO for a wireless backhaul? Do you mean the U7 in-wall and the U7 Lite? If so, they don't support 6 gigahertz, and I'm not sure about MLO. I'd have to look into that one. I'm not quite sure, to be honest. But in terms of the wireless backhaul, as in meshing, yes, you can mesh it to another AP. Whether it uses MLO to do that, I couldn't comment because I've not tested it. So maybe something I can try and see if it does. My UX7 isn't running that hot under load, yes, but it cools off after that. Okay, that's good to know. I did return the UDR7. Okay, cool. PPPoE issues are well documented and reported. Okay, well, hopefully there is unfortunately it was a bad experience, but hopefully the fix for something like that is coming soon. Hot is a good thing in the UK, saves me on my electricity bill. I think with all these lights running in today, even though it's still relatively cool outside, I think it's about 27 degrees in this room or 28 degrees. So I'm not looking forward to the summer. And if you see me melting on my live streams in the summer, it's probably because it's about 40 degrees in this room. So UDR7 or UX7. So the wireless backhaul for MLO, yeah, I don't have another device that I've tested it with, so I couldn't comment at this point. Maybe it's something I can look at and maybe put a video on in the future to show you how something like that works. But yeah, it's not something I've tested yet, so I couldn't comment, unfortunately. So it looks like the original UDR now supports 1 gigabit with IPS and IDS enabled, and the use Cloud Gateway Max 2.3. Okay, have they upgraded the Cloud Gateway Max and what it can do? That would be, yeah, they have. Okay, so that's a little bit more interesting. I didn't know. That's good to know, Vasil. Thanks for sharing that. So if we go to the computer screen right here, you'll see that the Cloud Gateway Max, this used to be 1.5 gigabits as a maximum because it had a 2.5 gig WAN. And yeah, that's good to know that you can use 2.3 gigabits. So I wonder if that's got the same processor as those other ones. Does it tell me? Hardware. Am I missing it? Processor? Nope, it doesn't tell me the processor. Does anyone know if the processor in the Cloud Gateway Max and the new, I don't know, UDR or or the Unified Cloud Gateway Fiber, is that the same processor? Does this tell me what it is? Sure, I read the processor somewhat. Yeah, so this has the quad-core A73. What does the Cloud Gateway Max have? I think it might be the same processor, to be honest. Yeah, it doesn't mention it, but I'm sure it's the same processor. But that's definitely good to know that they've upgraded that. I hadn't seen that till now. So yeah, thanks for highlighting that. How are we doing for time? So we're almost at the hour. there was a couple of other things that I sort of wanted to show you. I wanted to show you some of the Cloud Gateway Fiber and stuff, but I think that might have to wait till next week. Maybe we might have a bit more to talk about next week as well. What are we looking at? So, Cloud Gateway Fiber. So, wrong camera. Let's go to the right camera now. Okay. So for those that haven't seen yet, the Unify Campus switch is now available. The Enterprise Campus switch, I should say. So if anybody has $2,500 or $3,500 wants to buy a 10 gig PoE plus, I think I got the right amount of pluses, ports, then yeah, I mean, feel free to go ahead and yeah, pick one of those up. Or if you want to super chat me and then give me enough so I can buy one, I will be happy to add one. Although I'm sure at the moment my electricity bill is perfectly happy with me not having one of these, because I can imagine that going up quite quickly. I got mine on Black Friday and was gutted when the UCG fiber came out, but now I don't care as much. I mean, yeah, I mean, the Cloud Gateway Max is a solid model, to be fair. And the fact that you can now get 2.3 gigabits is great. I don't think I'm gonna hold off on the rest, I think, and I'll save it for the next stream. So thank you all for joining me this evening, and hopefully you have had or are having a wonderful weekend. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and hopefully we'll see you in the next live stream.